Hey, what's up guys? My main deck in Clash Royale with rare recruits has gotten a lot better. By swapping out a Flying Machine with Spirit Empress, you'll be soaring higher in ranks. While Flying Machine dies the Fireball, the Spirit Empress simply refuses to die. It hits harder and still has the absurd range, allowing it to be more of a win condition on offense and disrupt your opponent's attacks. Especially if they've got a ground-based deck like P.E.K.K.A or Mega Knight, they'll be struggling severely while our favorite dragon evaporates them. As long as you don't stupidly cycle a 6 Elixir Spirit Empress in the back and lose to someone spamming in the other side, this is a strict upgrade to my main deck in every way. The rank 56 player in the world is using this deck and annihilating everyone his recruits rush into. It's time to rampage with my new buffed rare recruits deck to assert dominance. And lots of Spirit Empress love to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to make the high effort editing possible. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did not expect to swap out the Flying Machine for a Spirit Empress. Spirit Empress was so bad when they released it, and then it got buffed and buffed and buffed. And now it's on my main deck in Clash Royale over one of my favorite cards in the game, the Flying Machine, the sneaky assassin that always finds his way upon buildings. So I'm going to chuck Royal Hogs, since there are essentially 3 Elixir Royal Hogs, since he cycled a zap on my tower, and he's down 2 Elixir from doing that. So that's pretty good. I could go Goblin Cage. I could also Spirit Empress. I am probably going to do both now. Wow, so fun. Maybe not. I think I am probably going to have to go in for zappies and then pull everything and then have a miserable time as this mini P.E.K.K.A makes me a sad sir. But at least I'm able to defend. At least that's happening. He's saying well played. I mean, I think my zappies placement could have been slightly better, but I don't know if it's sarcastic or not since he did 10 million damage to my tower. A lot of times when they say well played and they do 10 million damage, it's always sarcastic. It's just kind of how it is. It's just like, you know, hey, well played, dude. Good job. I love when you play so well and do nothing on defense and take 1 billion damage. That's kind of the strat, but I don't know. I'm glad that I was able to defend that in reality. It's not easy. It's not easy when they're so cheesy. All right, so I think game plan for us is just go Spirit Empress on the ground so we don't get pounded by this thing. And as long as you don't drop spells, the Goblin Giant's going to get eaten alive. Let's go devour that thing, Shrek. That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, he just keeps chucking the Sparky emote, so I think it's a Sparky deck, but it'd be really diabolical for this man to not be playing Sparky after throwing down that emote as many times as he has. No, he's definitely sarcastic. He's saying good luck. Like, he thinks he's won. I mean, truthfully, he might have, but I can't go Royal Recruits in the back because then he Sparkies and I lose. Reason why I can't Royal Recruits in the back is they will literally just Sparky, kill your Royal Recruits and crush you. But if we don't give him the opportunity to do that, maybe I feel a little bit better about it then. Also, can we just not die to the Dark Prince? Oh, that was so close. Oh, kind of worked. Barb? Yes! We're alive, baby. Oh my goodness, what a crazy game. What a wild, wild ride. I gotta go opposite lane of that. I can't go same side or I'll lose. Wait, we get arrows on this. Maybe we can cook. I don't know how much damage I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna get a lot. It's looking good, looking good. Not great, but it's good enough. Well, I'm gonna try to say out here. Spirit Empress in the ground. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to do this, and then go cage, and then do this, and then Electro Spirit. And probably not die. Because we're sacrificing the bar barrel today, baby. I had to sacrifice so much stuff to make that defense happen. And if I went for Royal Recruits, the Goblin Giant would have killed me. I'm like 90% confidence interval. Anyway, I'm going to have to go for Royal Hogs left side. And I think we're good. I didn't like play this game remotely like to my full potential or anything like that. But we're playing it well enough to potentially get the W here. It's decent. It's decent. It's working. We're working our magic. So I'm going to Spirit Empress on top of that. I just need to get back to Royal Hogs and then he loses. So that's the game plan. That's the strat. Get to Royal Hogs and win. It's actually just that easy sometimes. So I'm going to drop that. Arrows here on top of those minions so they don't get any frivolous ideas of screwing me over. And then I can maybe just defend this with a cage and not do anything else while I chuck away my Royal Hogs and get this man out of my game. So not the best game ever, but getting a W for the first win of the day always feels good. And when you're in sketchy spots, I wish I was able to hit the zappy surround, but spending less elixir and guaranteeing that you're able to clobber the Sparky and not die to that while the Goblin Giant also has something targeting it is ideal. If you always go Royal Recruits on defense, it's predictable, they expect it, and sometimes you don't have enough elixir to deal with the Goblin Giant that's whacking away on your tower too. Also, I love beating players that are a little bit bad manner at the start thinking they crushed you. Okay, it's my mission to win every game in a row. Hopefully we can make it happen. I love this guy's name. It's just Pixels. Yeah, if you ever get mad, just remember the game is just pixels on a screen and it shouldn't make you angry. It's just a vibe. You know, you play video games for fun and not for furious moments. But this guy's angry. Wait. He's going against his name. He says it's just pixels. Bro, it's just pixels. I promise. No cap. No cap. I'm not even joking. Yo, that's hilarious that he went against his name like that. All right. Well, I'm going to go Royal Hogs because he's down a lot of elixir. And I'm pretty confident that he probably loses a lot of his tower here. Anyway, without any real way of killing the piggies besides the Valkyrie, this is obviously very advantageous for me to go piggies and try to punish him. I don't know if it's ideal for me to go Goblin Cage here, but I think I'm going to do it just because it's my evolution, and it's going to be good enough. If I cycle the Spirit Empress at 6 elixir, it's going to probably counter most tanks anyway. I'm kind of chilling regardless what happens here. And I bet you, if I had to guess, it's going to be a Lava Hound deck. There's a chance of something else, but this Goblin Cage could maul his tower here. Come on, Shrek, slap him one more time. Yeah. Damn, Shrek was gearing up for another slap there too. Crazy work. So yeah, if this guy only has Valkyrie, I'm just going to keep piling on pressure with Royal Recruits. I like cycling my zappies in the back and then recruits at the river, because if you cycle zappies in the back, it's only 4 elixir and you're accommodating both sides. But if you Royal Recruits in the back, it's 7 elixir and you don't have that much elixir. And if they spam at the bridge at the same time, since Royal Recruits are really slow, you just oftentimes lose the game. Also, whenever you're playing Royal Recruits, I would recommend not making the first play, because if we made the first play with like Royal Recruits in the back first play against someone that's running Sparky, you can just lose. If you do the wrong play into someone like this as well, it's just obviously obnoxious. You don't want to let the opponent potentially have a balloon deck or all in you or do something crazy where you could wander through with a loss in a situation where most matchups with Royal Recruits you will have matchup advantage. Also, we're trying to take the tower here. I wonder if this does. Spirit Empress is really dumb broken. Despite him having a void and we just let the Spirit Empress alone, bro is going to atone in the form of losing another entire tower. Remember, it's just pixels on a screen, as I'm not being that mean, but I am destroying everything you own. Oh, there will be tales told about these arrows. That was absolutely majestic. They were able to make that happen. The only downside that I see here is the potential of his Inferno Dragon really heating up in the arena. I'm going to pull that back so I don't lose the game. Obviously, the Spirit Empress is going to die, and the Inferno Dragon is a potential problem. But it got reset, so we're good. And you guys get to hear me sing too, so you know, got that extra value from this game. You might not have seen it in the gameplay because we absolutely dominated him, but the singing might have been music to your guys' ears. Okay, we're locking in. As I said, I want to win all the games I play with my main deck. That's how I roll with this thing. Cycling zappies in the back is a little bit risky if you don't have Spirit Empress, or you know, you have the correct card with Goblin Cage to pull your opponent's stuff. But luckily we got Goblin Cage, so I have that safety net. I also don't want to play against a mirror matchup. That would be a little bit sad. Guess I could arrows on this and hit one of the skeleton dragons and cycle that way. I think it's okay. It's just not great. I'm going to go Cage almost always whenever I get the opportunity, because I am cycling towards the evolution, or at least that's what I tell myself. It makes me feel good. All right, so that's going to be a lot of damage for him if he gets the skeleton dragon on us. So I'm just going to go Royal Recruits, tank for the skeleton dragon, and then also hopefully not get hurt that much by these minions. They are so obnoxious after the range buff, and truly, we might be playing against another Lava Hound player back-to-back, because you know, last game might not have been challenging enough, so the game's just like, hey, Jake, we're going to level it up, you got more medals, you're playing against a better player, and you're going to run the exact same matchup back-to-back because the last one was a fluke. But I don't think so. I think we're just going to cook again. I also would love to go and cycle our Spirit Empress here, and then deal with the Goblin Cage Brawler in a different manner with like an Electro Spirit. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm going to gear up with my Spirit Empress in the middle, and then I'm going to use the Electro Spirit to go and pull his units in, and I'm also going to go Goblin Cage just to stop the flying machine counter. Sorry, I guess the Spirit Empress. Yo, I keep thinking it's a flying machine every time. It's just the juiced up, overpowered flying machine with more damage, more health, and more everything. It's bigger, it's better. It's from Texas out here, guys. Oh, damn. And it's going to one-shot those minions where the fly machine would not. So that's kind of the reason why I think it's silly. I obviously want to get him to go in for a bad Valkyrie. So okay, well, that is literally what I was hoping for. Thanks, dude. I don't know if you're listening to me, but that's really what I wanted. That's all I wanted for Christmas, my guy. I'm going to split up Zappies so that we can double stun the Valkyrie, and then I can go in for Royal Recruits at the bridge when he doesn't have Goblin Cage, and he also doesn't have anything probably besides, like, I don't know, Skeleton Dragons? What is he doing? He's like with a Lava Hound, and then I just sniped those Skeleton Dragons with my Spirit Empress. This little dragon is going to go dominate. This is going to be him hating right now. Wow, this is absolutely awful for you, dude. And they're not even targeting the Spirit Empress right now. The Spirit Empress is still alive. We're going to retarget onto the minions because we're lucky like that. And then the Spirit Empress is going to cook them. Don't get mistook. You are getting the cook. And you better be shook because this is absolute domination. 2 games in a row. Spirit Empress has made the matchups that are a little bit problematic, like playing into someone that has Lava Hound, so much easier. And the guy Lightning, he couldn't even kill the Spirit Empress. Like, genuinely, Lightning Zap does not kill Spirit Empress. Someone make that make sense because all I'm getting is making value out of it. It is stupid that that thing survives everything. And after winning all of our games, we've pushed up to ranked at 8,400 in the world. Single! Wait, if I had a single wish, we would match off Royal Recruits versus Royal Recruits. Mano-y-mano, man. Usually people with Royal Recruits in their banner are also playing the card because you either love it or hate it. It is one of the lower skill cards in Clash, but it's also fun because you win more. And I like winning. Prize. Oh, wait, that pulled. I didn't know if the battle ram was going to pull or not. That's really good. Cash Money Cage. Oh my goodness. Best arrows ever. Oh, that was beautiful. That was the worst trade he has taken in his life, most likely. And it's about to get better. Let's go, baby. We're dropping piggies and we're dancing. We're grooving. As single, we just hit a home run and you do not have a single tower left over. It's Jover. It's Jover. Bro struck out of the game without even playing. So that's the possibilities of Royal Recruits. If the opponents are down elixir, you make them pay. Actually, he's going to continue to play, but I think I 3-crowd. I think I got you, bro. Not in this push.
I got to tell you.
Oh my God. You know what? Yes, in this push. Yes, in this push. Does Electric Spirit do it? Nah, I got with arrows, though. Damn. That was not Silent Rain. That was a declaration of dominance, and that was heard around the world. Man got slaughtered, and he didn't even touch my tower. Light work is we light up only wins all the way up to 7,300 in the world. So for the last game of the day, we are greeted by someone from a P.E.K.K.A clan, and they're going to cycle an Archer Queen, probably playing P.E.K.K.A. Like, there's no way it's not P.E.K.K.A. If you've got a Mega Knight deck, I am going to be a D1 hater of you. There's no way. Come on, dude. I actually got cooked. Expecting something else, and it wasn't what I believed. It was a P.E.K.K.A clan. He was cosplayed as a P.E.K.K.A player. He's not a P.E.K.K.A player, though. Jeez, dude, that's hilarious. And sad at the same time. Have y'all ever seen that before? Someone like looking like a P.E.K.K.A player, smelling like a P.E.K.K.A player, and then being a stinky Mega Knight player somehow? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Someone's got to make it make sense. Anyway, we haven't played against Mega Knight all day, and I'm guaranteeing y'all, if I didn't play against Mega Knight, I would be like, your deck loses to Mega Knight. It sucks. But in reality, like, we beat Mega Knight every time I play against it, usually. I would be surprised if I lost this one. But it is the highest ranked player that we played against all day, I believe. No, we'll see. Because we are the highest ranked we've been all day so far. We've won all of our games. What can we do? Is there any way that we're able to just stop this with our Spirit Empress and then cook him? I would need to kill his minions if that's going to be the case. Should be able to go for an Electric Spirit and then Barbro on everything and then feel good about this. But at the same time, bro is actually diabolical. Like, straight up diabolical mad lad stuff. We'll eat the Mega Knight because it's not going to take my tower. I'd rather be up damage and be in a position where I have elixir to defend. There's a necessity in this situation where you know the opponent's going to spam their entire bank at you when they're down at 700 HP. So if you're stupid, you try to defend everything. But if you're smarter, you're like, hey, I'm winning the game. Let me win by a little bit less than 2,000 freaking damage. And then, like, just ride out the victory for the rest of the match. A lot of worse players would have definitely over-defended there and then died to the Prince push on the counter push. And I'm not that guy. I am not that guy. So, yeah, this is how I try to play. I always try to play calculative and understanding the elixir advantages with Royal Recruits. And when you're up elixir, you win the game. When you're down elixir, you have to eat a little bit of damage and then make the right play after. It's the same thing against, like, the Sparky. You would think that Royal Recruits always beat Sparky. But if you, like, overcommit, you will lose. And I'm going to defend this with Electric Spirit. I think Spirit Empress is going to be able to cook him quite hard. And then, of course, I can go zappies. One thing that is fun is if the Spirit Empress does hit one of the wall breakers, the Barbara will clean up the wall breakers and we won't take any extra damage. Also, Spirit Empress on the ground is with her sister in the air, and they're just saying life isn't fair. Why can't I have a dragon to ride on? But we're not going to drag out this game any longer. Bro got destroyed, and Mega Knight really isn't that big of a counter to Royal Recruits if you play Royal Recruits even remotely well. Especially when you have the Evolved Goblin Cage and the Spirit Empress to damage it down from the air, Mega Knight stands no chance. It'll jump away when it sees your deck in absolute agony, as our Royal Recruits rush up higher to 5,200 in the world. For pure proof, we've won every single game with nothing cut out in the battle log. Spirit Empress / like button, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.